Welcome everyone. Fasten your seatbelt. I'm Tob-Racer, presenting you the digital endurance race series. This is Stint 3, Lobby 1. Coffee is streaming on the Lobby 2. I am streaming Lobby 1. This is Tob-Racer. The man who just won Lobby 2 Stint 2. This is Lobby 1. It's written on the screen actually. And Lobby 2 is the one with the faster drivers. This is where Coffee is streaming. It's on YouTube. Just go on the YouTube Digital Endurance Series channel. I apologize if you are German. I know it's dominantly German speaking, the Digital Endurance series. I don't speak German, so it will be only an English live stream. So unfortunately, we are still waiting for people to report the gaps from Stint 2, so that caused a delay in the racing start. It's actually 6 p.m. Europe time, and unfortunately we are late. As Charles said, people can't report the gaps correctly. So now you can enjoy the sound of the Porsche 911 RSR. And I'll keep quiet for a few minutes until we get some news. Okay, I'm back. Welcome to the newcomers. Unfortunately, we are facing a delay in the race start because people can't share their gaps from the previous stint correctly. I don't think Charles is watching the stream, I don't know. You have to send him a message directly on the PSN Tornado. Aston Martin. I'm a big fan of Aston Martins and I really enjoy the sound of this car. By the way, what's your favorite sounding car in this game? Well, unfortunately, people are a bit lost. Shishiman isn't supposed to join lobby 1, he's supposed to drive in lobby 2. Told him by message, but apparently he didn't get it. So I apologize for all the mess. People seem not to understand. And welcome to all the new arrivals. And fortunately, we have a delay in the race starts because people don't understand how to report gaps or nor to join the correct lobbies. You've got some time to make a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. Yeah, my flag might be French in the game, but I'm half British, so that explains my accent. Welcome, Joe Cubano. Thank you for following the Digital Endurance series. Okay, Charles just said we are starting in 3 minutes. We are starting in 3 minutes. Okay, start should be in 1 minute. It should be in 1 minute. Okay, the organizer, Charles, just said we are still waiting for a few more drivers. So max waiting 3 minutes. Max waiting 3 more minutes. Yeah, we've been waiting for so long. Maxma has covered already 15 laps, which is 1/4 of the race in practice mode, so we've been waiting quite a long time. I apologize for that. It's quite difficult to run 2 lobbies at once. And this is actually my first time streaming. Start in 1 minute, says Charles. Start in 1 minute. Start in 30 seconds. "15 seconds. Well, drivers, best of luck, enjoy, don't take too many risks. And here we go. So Sikkim is starting ahead, and Shishman is second in the prototype class, followed by Van der Speck. The Mighty Joe is fourth. Fifth is Masma, the second RRC car. Sixth is Tornado, and the first GT car is Chica TC. And let's go for the start. Oh, bit of a glitch. Here we go. The start of Stint 3. No drama. Everything seems okay. How is the GT cars doing? Also seems clean so far. Okay, excellent job everyone. Oh, and Noise Summer pushed his teammate Flipsy on the gravel at turn 1. Sikkim is leading already at a fast pace, and Van der Speck just made a move on Shishiman. Mighty Joe haven't moved. Tornado already got a 0.5 penalty. Don't know where we got that. As Cower Joe made a move on Chicati C. So Kamajo is leading the GT class. There's a bit of a battle there. Noisama made a move on Jim Dunny. Oh, very wide Noisama. Very wide. Sikkim has pulled a huge gap already at the end of the first lap. Van der Speck is keeping his second place. He made a move on Shishiman. All is well so far. And Masma got a 1.5 penalty. That's going to be a big loss on the Mighty Joe. Kamajo strongly in the lead. Is ahead of Alex Javi, who also made a move on Chikatisi. Chikatisi is losing some ground. He started ahead, but unfortunately is not keeping the pace with the leaders at the moment. Maybe he'll shake himself up and get back, get his head down. Noisama lost his place to Jim Dunny. He's back down to 12th. Unfortunately I missed what happened there. End of lap 2. First and second in the prototype class, pulling a gap. Fisherman is still there. So the lap times are 1:31.1 for Sikkim, and is still improving on the first sector. Maybe it could that pace advantage. As it's calming down a bit in the prototype class. How is it going for the GT class? Karajo, no problem. 147.8, so 147.8, so very equal pace between the first two in the GT class. Chikatisi unfortunately can't keep up as Knight Rider is catching up a bit, 147.8. Nothing too major at the back of the GT class. And Sikkim just done a 130.9. Very, very quick. Very quick. And maybe he'll go even faster. Put towards on the gravel. No issue. Shishiman is on second place. Unfortunately, I missed what happened to Van der Speck, who lost his place to Shishiman. Come on, boys, keep it together. It's a long race. Don't make too many mistakes. Oh, Shishiman bouncing over the curb and had a huge moment. Huge moment. Maybe that'll give a chance to Van der Speck catching up and overtaking again. We'll watch that for a few minutes. He lost a whole second in his lap because of his jump over the curb. down the main straight. Will Van der Spek make a move? It looks like Shishiman has a slightly better top speed, so that keeps him ahead one. The Mighty Joe is still not very far. Masma is falling behind. And Tornado as well. 135.4. He's trying his best. And Shishiman lost his place to Van der Spek, who made a move at the chicane. The Mighty Joe very wide at Ascaris. Okay, let's have a look at how it's going for the G Class. Carriager still ahead of Javi. And Night Rider is fighting with Chikatisi. Oh, there's contact between the two. And Chikatisi's fighting. He's still losing ground to the first two in the GT class. Night Rider made a move on Chikatisi, well done. Night Rider on Variante della Reggia. Apologize for my Italian accent. Jim Dooney is still keeping up with the two of them, and as we see, second, the leader in the prototype class is starting to overtake the GT cars. It took only 5 laps for him, while we're on the topic of second. He has done the fastest lap in 1:30.724. That is very rapid. Very rapid indeed. They are racing together. No problem for second. He's about 10 seconds ahead of Van der Spek. And Shishiman lost a bit of ground, but nothing too major. Oh, there's having a contact in the GT class. Oh, what happened? As we see, Chikatisi, who span at Retifilo. He span at Retifilo. He lost a lot of ground, unfortunately, to Night Rider, where he was fighting with. There's damage as well. He damaged his front wing. That's gonna cost him a lot of time on the main straights. Flipsy, while in that mess, overtook his teammate, Noy Sommer. And Jim Dooney even made a move on Night Rider. Jim Dooney ahead of Night Rider. Carriager as well lost his place to Alex Javi. Alex Javi is now leading the GT class. That's probably due to prototypes overtaking the GT class. It is quite action-packed at the moment. Very light, very light move. Oh, that was a bit dodgy. Nighty Joe. Big dodgy overtake on Cow Joe. And Knight Rider is back ahead of Jimmy Dooney, but there's a bit of a fight there. They will prevail. How is it going on fuel for both of them? That's fairly similar, maybe. Jim Dooney using a bit more fuel than the Lamborghini. The Lamborghini Huracan winning its first race at Monza in 2015 in the Blancpain Endurance Racing. And that was quite a win when the Squadra Corset decided to race Lamborghinis, factory Lamborghinis, before Wright Engineering was taking care of racing Lamborghinis, Gallardos and Murcielagos, and the Huracan is the first proper Lamborghini factory car. Oh, that was a really dodgy move by the DES 79 Tornado, and that allowed Jim Dooney to overtake on Knight Rider. Oh, I don't think that's going to be pleasing the marshals. Unfortunately, no damage for Knight Rider, as Tornado just said sorry, but Knight Rider is coming back on Jim Dooney. There's a bit of contact between the two. And Knight Rider made it stick on the inside of Parabolica. And now it's a drag race up to the first chicane as Flipsy is joining the party of the fight. Flipsy made a move on Jim Dooney. Knight Rider on the inside. And Flipsy unfortunately couldn't keep his 10th place. Jim Dooney is back ahead. All that fighting unfortunately made them lose time to first and second place in the GT class. Flipsy on the inside of Jim Dooney, and that was a bit of contact I think there, but Flipsy is ahead of Jim Dooney. As Knight Rider is pulling away now of this battle. Knight Rider very wide, that's scary. Fortunately for him, no big deal. just a few tenths lost. I think the Porsche of Jim Dooney will lose on the straights. He might have the slipstream, but it's not enough. He's still losing time on the main straight. The Porsche is not a car very strong in the straights, more on the corners. And the Aston is very strong on the straight. He just catched up a bit on Knight Rider. Good battle so far. Knight Rider 2 wheels on the gravels. There's still no drama. They all are pushing a bit now. It is like a Grand Prix, but it's not necessary to push. As I see on the timing screen on my left, the Shishiman is now ahead of Van der Speck. Van der Speck lost it somewhere and he's got damage. Van der Speck got damage. So that allowed the Mighty Joe to catch up. I wonder what happened. Unfortunately, I can't use the replay button. Shishiman, solid, consistent race. As Sikkim is really pushing very good lap times. 1:30.5 past this lap of the race. Now he's catching up with the GT leaders as Alex Javi and Kawajo. And now a bit apart, but still leading the class fairly together, both of them. No drama for Sikkim. As I noticed, Shishiman has got more fuel than Sikkim. And his tyres seems to be in better shape. But now let's go back to the battle on the GT class. Van der Speck is still carrying on despite his damage. No drama for Masma. And no drama for Tornado. Flipsy, he overtook Knight Rider. I wonder what happened to Knight Rider. He's got damage. His right front wheel has got damage, and he's pitting. Knight Rider is pitting. Oh dear, not a very good race for Knight Rider. There's racing. Thank you for following the digital endurance racing. You are watching the 6 hours of Monza. This is lobby 1, Stint 3. Knight Rider fully refueling. I wonder how much fuel he's gonna put. Okay, 50% of fuel, new tyres, and he's dead last in the GT class. If you can't see, no drama. Unfortunately, he went off at the first chicane, Retifilo. about 6 laps ago, and he's got damage. He's still carry on no matter what. No summer, no drama. Jim Dooney is 3 seconds behind Flipsy. Flipsy won that battle. Very exciting battle between Knight Rider, Jim Dooney and Flipsy about 3-4 laps ago, and Flipsy won that battle. Commentator still following Javi. I think they are now a bit closer, both of them. How is it going? Oh, Tornado just quit the race. I wonder what happened to him. He had a really difficult start of the race, and unfortunately he is quitting the race. So that leaves us with now 5 prototypes. The Mighty Joe not so far from Van der Spek. Van der Spek still is carry on despite his front wing damaged. What a shame for his driver. Had a very good start of the race, overtaking Shishiman, but already has had trouble. Shishiman very consistent. 32.8, 32.8, 32.8, 32.6. Good driving. Sikkim is really flying. No drama for him. Keeping it together. He's on very good 31s. As we are approaching 1/3 of the race completed. So let's do a bit the gaps. So Sikkim is leading the prototype class. Is about 37 seconds ahead of Shishiman. Sikkim is part of the RX team. Shishiman, what happened to him? Oh dear. Oh no. Shishiman had a big crash at the Parabolica. Oh dear, I wonder what happened there. Oh, he's got loads of damage. His engine is damaged, so unfortunately he has to pit, and that saddens me because I'm his teammate. So, of course, difficult to watch this for me. That's motorsport. Yeah. New tyres, refueling and fixing damage. That's a lot of time lost. Van der Spek is now in 2nd place in the prototype class, and the Mighty Joe is also enjoying this moment, taking third place. So I have to look at the new gaps. The RX driver Sikkim is now 39 seconds ahead of Van der Spek. Behind Mighty Joe is about 1.3 seconds. He's struggling a lot to find traction at Reticolo, and he lost loads of time. He lost over 1.5 seconds to Van der Spek. Behind there's Masma, 17 seconds behind the second RRC driver, and now Shishiman is out and is about a lap down to Sikkim and 1 minute behind Masma. How is it going for the GT class? I can see that Alex Javi has now Joe only 0.3 seconds behind, as Noisama is being matched by the GT class leaders. Noisama is fighting this a little bit. So still a tight battle between the two drivers. Knight Rider is currently 10th. He had a moment where he got damaged. Oh, the LMP1 car. I haven't seen the Ryanair LMP1 car. I know Tornado left the race. Was it him in the LMP1 Ryanair car? Oh dear, it's Van der Spek. What happened between Van der Spek and Knight Rider? Apparently that was a very clean overtake from the prototype driver on Knight Rider, who's complaining. Difficult race for a few drivers in here so far, and it's only the first third of the race. The Mighty Joe is in the pits. Mighty Joe in the pits. He was about 2.6 seconds behind Van der Spek. And that's going to be new tyres and more fuel. Beautiful livery. So of course that will allow Shishiman to catch up. But it won't be enough for him to overtake. Masma is now third with a heavy tyre wear on his front. Van der Spek is 45 seconds behind Sikkim. Sikkim, no problem for him. Sikkim is low on fuel, so we are maybe expecting a pit stop from Sikkim anytime soon. The RX driver controlling the race, no problem. So to a little ginger, I'm confirming that Tornado in the LMP1 Ryanair car left the race. So that leaves us with only 5 LMP1 cars. Should I say a hypercar? Here's another nice livery. It's nice to see people making some efforts in decorating their cars. Kawajo is in the pits. Kawajo is in the pits, so second place in the GT class. Only 1% left of fuel. Good race so far for him. Good fight with Javi. Yeah, the other RX driver. Of course, he's been overtaken by the other cars. Javi saved a lot more fuel than the two Astons. Unfortunately, the V12 Aston is quite thirsty. I know that because I love this car. And Kawajo is out. The TRZ driver Chikatisi pitted a few laps before. I missed that, but now he got rid of his damage and he's about 18 seconds behind Knight Rider. And Jim Dooney also pitted not too long ago. Well, he's just out of the pit. This is his lap out. And I can see he refueled completely. So he doesn't have to worry about this fuel because he's got loads. Well, it's a shame because he lost time in the pits refueling that much. No, Summer is about 24 seconds behind Jim Dooney. And Flipsy is in the pits. He was third in the class, and now we are expecting Kawajo to overtake back again. A very good race for Flipsy, who started on the back of the field and he jumped up there. As we are still waiting for Javi to pit, will he go for the one stopper? Who knows? Shishiman trying to recover what he can after his crash at the Parabolica. That was about 7 laps ago. And now the race is getting a little bit quieter. Not much actions. People are not pitting yet. And Masma is expected to pit sometime sooner. Sikkim is very close to pit. His fuel is very low. And yes, Sikkim is pitting. The leader in the prototype class, the overall leader, is pitting after 36 minutes of racing. So that is clearly a double stopper for the RX driver. Good race for him so far. No drama. Everyone else had a bit of trouble. Masma maybe kept it all together, but is not very fast, although his consistency can be welcomed. And salute. Van der Speck, he still keep going, and he just overtook the leader, but he won't stay long in the lead because Sikkim is very quick and he's got new tires. Sikkim put loads of fuel, so maybe he wants to go for a one stopper despite having more fuel. A little sideways. So now we know that Sikkim is 32 seconds ahead of the Mighty Joe, who also pitted. Okay, let's have a look at Alex Javi. He's expected to pit anytime soon. Very good fuel saving from the RX driver. Kawajo is about 41 seconds behind. Night Rider is up to 8th. So that's a good recovery so far. Flipsy seems to have lost it a bit to Night Rider. I wonder what happened. Flipsy pitted. Night Rider pitted quite a long time ago. Night Rider is on a good pace and he seems to catch Kawajo. Everything is possible for Night Rider, hopefully. Chicane TC, quiet race after a very eventful first few minutes of the race. Jim Doody fall back a bit, which is a shame because he had a very good battle earlier in the race with Night Rider and Flipsy. Now Summer at the back of the GT field, nothing to worry, just doing his business. As I say, Sikkim is now back ahead. Van der Speck still yet have to pit. He really wants to go maybe for the one stopper, saving fuel. His tires, his front tires are completely gone. And I can see his battery as well is low. Almost empty. Sikkim still got more battery. The Mighty Joe. Not so much battery left. Mighty Joe is about 35 seconds behind Van der Speck. Masma is pitting. Masma is pitting, fourth in class. The RRC driver, very consistent. the fuel and tyres. Alex Javi, the leader in the GT class, is pitting. Good drive from the Alex driver. Will that give a chance to... Yes, Kawajo is in the lead of the GT class, and Alex Javi is now ahead. All careful, guys. Masma being patient behind Alex Javi. Alex Javi is now going for just the one stopper, it seems like, and Kawajo might have to go for a second stop. Van der Speck is in the pitting. Eventful race for him, but good drive. The Mighty Joe is now in second place, overtaking Van der Speck. Fixing his front wing. It was bold to keep going despite having front wing damage. So Van der Speck is now 19 seconds behind the Mighty Joe. I'm expecting the Mighty Joe to pit another time. Van der Speck is on the one stopper. Shishiman is now 16 seconds behind Van der Speck, but Shishiman might have to pit once more. Yes, Shishiman has to pit once more. And Shishiman is now fourth. He's 30 seconds ahead of Masma, but Masma is on the one stopper. Okay, how is it going for the GT class? Kawajo is now 7.8 seconds ahead of Alex Javi. Alex Javi was leading for quite a long time the GT class, but Alex Javi is on the one stopper, Kawajo is on the two stopper, so obviously that will give a chance to Alex Javi to go back ahead. Knight Rider is now in third place in the GT class. Very good recovery. Lipsy is behind 13 seconds. Lipsy on the one stopper. Shikatisi on the two stopper, it seems like. Quiet race. Personal best 148 dead. Jim Dooney, quiet race as well. Nothing too major. No Summer as well, nothing too major. Yeah, the race is settling down. Sikkim is still pulling a big gap to the prototype class, as Van der Speck was second before his pit stop, is now in third. So Mighty Joe took that opportunity to take second place. But the Mighty Joe have to pit once more, so Van der Speck has, no matter what, the chance to go back in second place. Okay, let's leave the gap between first and second in the GT class. It seems like Kawajo is pulling away to Alex Javi. Fresh tyres, low fuel. As we can see the gap on screen between the two drivers. So I got the information from Confi user that Stint 4 will have a delay. And expected race start is at 8:30. As we've done half of a race, we're halfway through this race. Anything is possible. That was quite an eventful first half of the race so far. A few crashes and damages, a few spins. To resume the race so far, Sikkim started on pole in the prototype class and never left his position. Maybe just on his pit stop, where Van der Speck took the opportunity to lead just for one lap. But nothing major to report for Sikkim. The Mighty Joe has had an eventful race, as well as Van der Speck, for both drivers fighting a bit. Sikkim is going for the one-stopper, the Mighty Joe is going for the two-stoppers, Van der Speck is going for the one-stopper. Shishiman had a big crash at the Parabolica, so that leaves him no choice to do a two-stopper. Masma is on the one-stopper in the GT class, as I forgot to report about the 79 Tornado, who was 6th in the prototype class, had to quit the race. Unfortunately, I don't know the reason of that. Yeah, they're difficult rides for the TRD drivers in the prototype class. But in the GT class, the TRD driver, Kawajo, leading the race. Good fight with Alex Javi. Alex Javi is on the one-stopper, Kawajo is on the two-stopper. But Kawajo is pulling a gap to Alex Javi. So we never know. Things can change very quickly. Night Rider is in 3rd place. Night Rider had a very eventful first half of the race. He was involved in a big battle with Flipsy and Jim Dooney. And unfortunately, Night Rider got damaged at some point during the race and had to repair his damage. So he's now expected to do his second pit stop sometime soon. Flipsy, good drive, very good drive. He's starting at the bottom of the field and he's climbed up to 4th in the class. Had a very good battle early in the race. And if Night Rider will pit, he is expected to go back in 3rd. Shikatisi is also expected to pit sometime soon. So that maybe gives a chance to Jim Dooney, who's on the one-stopper, to overtake and take 5th in the class. Noya Summer, nothing major. And his pace is about 32 seconds behind Jim Dooney. Noya Summer just picked up a 1-second penalty for cutting a little bit the curves on the first chicane. So the race might get quiet at the moment, but we are expecting more action sometime soon, as Sikkim just catched up with Shishiman. Shishiman is about he will be left by Sikkim. Of course, Shishiman has no plan to fight this. What a shame, because I was involved in a battle on the second stint with the RX drivers. I managed to beat Sikkim's teammate, Marco, distinct Marco. There you go, Sikkim. No problem. Ahead of Shishiman. And is now 1 minute ahead of the Mighty Joe, so very comfortable gap. No pressure. I'll just have to bring it home. He's still doing some purple sectors, even though it's only 3,000s. Quick pace. For Mighty Joe. No problem. As we know, Van der Speck's got more fuel, so obviously the Mighty Joe is expected to pit in the next 10 laps to refuel, and will lose this second place to Van der Speck. Van der Speck is only 10 seconds behind. Shishiman is also expected to pit, so no chance to catch up for podium places. Shishiman done his personal best of 32.5. He's not giving up. Shishiman told us, unfortunately, earlier today that he wasn't feeling too well, a bit sick. So that's very brave of him to race, despite being ill a bit. And it's fair play to him, keep going despite this crash. And he and I will just bring this race all home. Oh, he just bounced off the curves. No big drama, he keeps going. Yeah, I was saying, just bring this race home as best as we can. Maybe hope for podium places when I get back behind the wheel after this stint. It's a long race, everything is possible. Masma, good race, quiet race, not the fastest driver, but always there, always with us to race. As Masma went a bit wide and got a 0.5 penalty. Kawajo catching up with Noyasama, the DLL driver, not the fastest driver all around, but is on his own business. So that gives Kawajo a little bit more slipstream, thank you very much. I take that, so I can pull a bigger gap to Alex Javi. Of course, nice, I'm not fighting this one. Kawajo 12.5 seconds ahead of Alex Javi, but Cavaggio still have to pit, where Alex Javi is on the one stopper. Personal best for Cavaggio, 1:47.1, so is quite rapid at the moment. How is Alex Javi doing? He's a bit slower, he's a bit more conservative. He wants to bring it home, as we can see. Chica TC is pitting, so that gives Knight Rider the chance to get 4th place. Nothing major to report. That was an unexpected pit stop. And Noyasama is far too behind to catch up. Jim Dooney also gets the chance to overtake. Well, that gives him the opportunity to stay ahead, definitely, of Chica TC. Jim Dooney is 9.5 seconds behind Knight Rider, so it's still a little close between the two drivers. Okay, we're checking the fuel levels for the drivers who are expected to pit sometime soon. The Mighty Joe still got a few laps to do, maybe 3 or 2 more laps. It's Van der Speck, who was just a few minutes ago 10 seconds behind. He's now 7.6 seconds behind, so Van der Speck is catching up the Mighty Joe. But Mighty Joe has to pit, whereas Van der Speck don't have to pit. Shishiman 20 seconds behind Van der Speck, but has to pit. Cavaggio is low on fuel, as is expected. The Mighty Joe is in the pits. And there you go, Van der Speck takes 2nd place in the side class. As we've clocked an hour into this race, so we are 2/3 into this race, 1/3 to go. This is the difficult part where it's getting a little bit tiring in the stint. A little too quiet. Shishiman is in the pits. Short pit stop, but just enough fuel to bring it home. So of course, Matma, no chance to catch up with Shishiman. We'll see the gap in a few minutes. Let's check the gap with the Mighty Joe. The Mighty Joe is 36 seconds behind Van der Speck. The Mighty Joe with a 0.5 penalty. So Shishiman is now 14 seconds behind the Mighty Joe. Well, we'll have to follow the pace of both drivers. Will Shishiman be able to catch up the Mighty Joe, or will the Mighty Joe keep up and keep his third place? .5 penalty for Masma. Not ideal when there's a GT car around, but no worries between the two drivers. Kawajo is still leading the GT class, but is expected to pit anytime soon. He's still putting a little bit of a gap. It's not enough, unfortunately, for him to keep his first place, so Alex Javi will certainly take first place sometime soon. And as expected, Kawajo is in the pits, entering the pits. Alex Xavi takes first place. Thank you very much. Well, we have to follow the gap between Javi and Kawajo. Javi will be on older tyres, but I think the gap will be just way too big. Even Flipsy took advantage of Kawajo's pit stop, although Kawajo's is not that far behind. Flipsy, 11 seconds behind. Flipsy being on older tyres. Everything is possible. Night Rider on his own business. Nothing to report for Night Rider. Trying his best to keep up after an eventful first half of the race. Team Journey. Good pace, but not as fast as Night Rider. Night Rider is pulling the gap to Jim Dooney. Night Rider was quite far back the GT class after his unfortunate damage on the front right wheels early in the race. As we see on screen, that's Sikkim absolutely dominating the race and will very soon overtake second place, lapping second place. Jim Dooney and Chikat TC being only 10 seconds apart. So who's got the fastest pace between the two? It seems like Chikat TC can He has a chance maybe to catch up to Jim Dooney, so we never know. We'll have to follow this. As Jim Dooney has done his personal best, 147.8. No, Summers, sorry, has got loads of damage. That's what I thought when I was looking at his car. He's got damage and he's pitting. Oh dear, had a big crash somewhere. I'm sorry, I didn't follow this. Very unfortunate. Difficult race for No Summer. Yeah, new tyres and fixing damage. No Summer flashing his light. That's good, keeping up the spirits no matter what. We never know, there can be someone else with a bigger crash ahead. As we see second and third place in the prototype class, and there you go. The move is done. Van der Speck is officially a lap down to Sikkim. Sikkim, the RX driver, totally dominating this race. Oh, Sikkim had a big moment on the Lesmo 2, where he had two wheels over the curb and almost spanned the car. Unfortunately for him, he kept it all together. So of course Van der Speck overtook back Sikkim, but it's not for position. It is not time to lose it all. It is time to bring it home. Bit of traffic for Sikkim. As I just noticed that Kawajo is down to third. He had to pit, obviously. He had to pit lap 36. But he is catching up with Flipsy. Flipsy being on older tyres. So that's a gap to follow. Flipsy is 15 seconds behind the GT class leader, Javi. Javi being on the one stopper. It's driving out parabolic in style. As I can see on the screen, Van der Speck has blue flags waved at him. Sikkim is now overtaken. Also Masma. A lot of traffic for Sikkim, but that's no big problem. There you go, Sikkim overtook, or just lapped second place. Van de Spek can't do anything, only just bringing it home. The Mighty Joe is 39 seconds behind. The Mighty Joe had to pit, being on the two-stopper. It does always feels a bit weird when you're on second place and seeing the leader overtake you, lapping you actually. It sounds like, I'm not so sure, I think, let's check the pace of both drivers. No, that's what I thought. The Mighty Joe is pulling away from Shishiman. So far Shishiman not really trying to catch up. Well, I don't see any point really. He's having not a great day so far. Flipsy is 18 seconds behind Javi. So Alex Javi is pulling away from Flipsy. Flipsy being on older tyres. Slightly older tyres, actually quite a lot older tyres. And so interestingly, Joe is catching up with Flipsy. The other Aston Martin was about 10 seconds behind a few laps before, so Flipsy is on the slower pace, so we'll have to watch that. Not the usual view when streaming, I know, but I think it's interesting because we can see Joe catching up with the other Aston Martin driver, the yellow team, as we can see Shishiman mapping the TRD driver. Yeah, Joe is really catching up to the Flipsy, so it's gonna be a battle for second place in the GT class. .150.0 for Flipsy, 147.7 for Joe. So Joe is definitely catching up Kawajo making use of his fresh tyres. Kawajo has done 2 pit stops where Flipsy has done only 1. So depending of your level, you can make the 2-stopper work at your advantage. There's been a second between the 2 drivers. The DLL driver, probably knowing he's got the TLD driver behind him. There you go. There's a battle very much engaged, but I don't think it's going to be too much of a difficult battle for Kawajo, being on the fresher tyres. Down the main straight, Flipsy seems like he's not defending this one. Kawajo being very close. There you go. And Kawajo made the move on the first chicane. Very clean move. Nice job by the TRD driver. And Kawajo is thanking the DLL driver, letting him go. Indeed, there's no point to fight too much because Flipsy has old tyres. About 10 minutes left in this race. So Kawajo is now 22 seconds behind his previous rival, who was Xavi. But Xavi's tyres aren't too bad, so I'm guessing there's gonna be no issue for him to bring it home first. Okay, let me check the gap between Jim Jr. Oh, there's a yellow flag somewhere. It was probably at the chicane, back down. But as I expected, that Chikatisi is catching up with Jim Dooney. So there's still positions that can move before the end of the race. Chikatisi was about 10 seconds behind Jim Dooney a few laps before, and is now 3 seconds behind Jim Dooney. So you can have a really difficult race, but that shows you should never ever give up. There's always something to take, even so late during the race, as the gap is really falling down. Jim Dooney on the 149.3, Chikatisi on the 148.0. Let's bring back the bumper cam to see the gap shrinking down. TC's tyres looks good, while Jim Dooney's tyres are gone. Yeah, really shrinking. TC is pushing, is had a good personal sector. The Porsche, not much it can do in the straight. The Lexus being more powerful. Big 5-litre V8. There you go, check out TC. Personal best 147.6. Jim Dooney 149.5. As we can see, check out TC really closing down the first chicane. Retifilo. Six minutes left on this race. It is now or never for both drivers. Check it, TC. Lightly wide, but no drama. On the slip, on Jimmy Dooney's slipstream. Will TC make the move on before Parabolica? He has to run on Jim Dooney's. Jim Dooney's is defending on the inside, and here goes TC on the outside of Jim Dooney's. The move is done. It seems like Jim Dooney's. No, I thought he was going to fight it, but there's really nothing he can do. Oh wait, Jim Dooney's closing by. No, Jim Dooney's is backing up. He knows there's nothing he can do. So that's TC moving up to 5th in the GT class. And there you go, Jim Dooney can't fight and have to settle down for 6th. No Summer about 1 minute behind on his place. He had his personal best on 147.3. Well, after he had damage about 7 laps ago. He's got new fresh tyres, low fuel, so he can enjoy attacking a bit more. Not giving up. He's on his own business. Second on low fuel. Very worn out tyres. And oh dear, Sikkim is a bit... He's taking too many risks. He doesn't have to, because the Mighty Joe is a lap down. Second place is on a lap down. As we see that Shishiman is now in 3rd place. So there has been a bit of movement in the prototype class as well. That's a good recovery despite being so far back. Sven de Spec, I wonder what happened to Sven de Spec. It seems like he had a bit of a moment. He's got damage, Sven de Spec's got damage. so he lost his third place. Oh no, that is bad. It's a shame because he was in second place just a few laps ago. So we are, there's only 2.5 minutes left for this race, so there's no point pitting. What a shame for Sven de Speck, who has to settle down for fourth. Shishiman is happy to take third back after a big crash at Parabolica on the first half of the race. And Shishiman is even on his personal best on the first sector. And Shishiman is also 6.7 seconds behind the Mighty Joe. I don't think, unfortunately, it's going to be enough to catch up for second place. So that won't give us a battle for second place in the prototype class. Night Rider complaining as well of Sikkim. Night Rider has quite a lot of trouble with the prototype drivers. Last half an hour. Eric Javi is on his last lap. Not a half an hour. 30 seconds left on the clock. Sikkim is on the straight between Ascari and Parabolica and will probably take the win. Will it be enough to do? No, that's 58 laps. There you go. Well done, Sikkim. Winning the race. Well, actually winning, taking the stint win. Good job, Arix. Good job, Arix. That's a much deserved stint win. The Mighty Joe is a lap down and will take the checkered flag. Shishiman is closing the gap, but that won't be enough, unfortunately, for him to take second place and has to settle down for third. Van der Speck finishing the race with damage, lost a lot of places, unfortunately, was second place just about on the first half of the race. Eric Javi taking the stint win. Well done, Eric Javi. That's a double win in both classes for the Alex drivers. Good job. Camacho is taking second place in the GT class. Flipsy is taking third place in the GT class. Nice job by the DLL driver, who started quite far back in the GT class and now is up to third. Night Rider, difficult race, finishing fourth. But good recovery drive after a difficult first half of the race. Chikatisi as well, difficult first half of the race, recovering fifth place, managing to overtake Jim Dooney on the last 10 minutes of the race. Nice job. And New York Summer taking the checkered flag as well after a difficult race. Well done, everyone. That was a pleasure for me to commentate this stint. That was stint 3 of Lobby 1. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, expecting the last stint at 8:30. So just giving the admins maybe a chance to watch for the gaps. Well done, Sikkim. Well done, Javi. And I'll stop the streaming now and to follow the last stint, please connect at maybe 20 past 8 to follow the last stint. That was a pleasure. I was Tob-Racer from RRC. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you another time. Take care, everyone. Cheers, bye.